Okay, so this is a little backstory. Literally a couple shows ago, I think it was the last show I just played, somebody had a big ass cutout of Chris Evans' face. And I seen it and I said, all right, public service announcement.
Chris Evans is not my man. My man is Michael Iman Kandil right there. He's fine as hell. And I'm gonna need you to go to the same printer and print my man's face out and bring it to my show because I want to see his fine ass face when I'm on stage.
And look who's here. Thank you for doing this. What's y'all's names? Renee and Lucy. I think we need to can you hop over the fence? You want to take a picture with me? And can I have one for scientific purposes only?
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, I really want you to realize that we're living in an age where we see so many talented women. And I know guys might disagree, but that is the truth. We have a lot of women in today's world. They're doing very well for themselves. You have more women going to college. I know we also have more women in debt, but you have women in all of the circles there in the economy, every sector, entertainment, healthcare, and they're doing, quite well in comparisons to where women were in our country in the 60s and 70s, where we had, in fact, more men going to college. I believe now that number has been reversed. So we had about 60% of men graduating colleges and going in the 60s, and now we have 60% of women. So this has created a disparity because women have not changed the fact that they want some man that makes more than them. This is what they continue to want. No matter if you get a woman that has $1 billion, the first thought for her will be who has $2 billion. This is just what's called hypergamy. So now, because of this hypergamous thought process, what we're dealing with now is a lot of the ladies who are up there are having a hard time getting men interested in them, okay, that they want. This is the case with Lizzo. Lizzo, remember, she wanted Karl Anthony Towns. Now, it's very interesting because Lizzo is what we would consider to be a BBW. Somebody would call her pleasantly plump, something like that. She wanted Karl Anthony Towns? Absolutely no. Okay? We all know what Karl Anthony Towns likes. It's not Lizzo. All right? His girlfriend, I believe, is Jordan Woods. And Jordan Woods is, we all know what she's working with a lot, right? So that didn't work out. Then Lizzo tried to go to the white man, and she tried to do so with Chris Evans, who was Captain America. She went all over social media trying to get this guy's attention. She tried really hard, and he played it off. Obviously, he was not interested. And so what happened was, whenever she would have concerts, they would cut out these Chris Evans photos because she liked him so much. This is why you see Lizzo saying, look, Chris Evans is not my man. My man is Mike Wright. So if you want to show me Mike Wright, cut out his photo and, put some respect on his name. So you had some fans at that concert that had indeed cut out pictures of Mike Wright. But now it seems the goalpost has been shifted. When I was coming up at a certain time, a woman never wanted to make less than a man that she was dealing with. But what has happened now is when a woman cannot get the man that she wants, she can shift. I mean, I'll give you a good example. Keisha Cole. Okay? Keisha Cole ended up with a young guy, almost 17 years younger than her, by the name of Nico Kale. Okay? Nico Kale. Nico Kale, in comparisons to her, and I'm not trying to be offensive to young, but he's a bum, right? Keisha Cole had Jeezy. She even had a basketball player. That didn't work out. Ended up with Nico Colley, a guy 17 years younger than her. This guy, Nico Colley, ended up getting with a Mexican girl after that. He got tired of her. But everybody was supporting that. Erykah Badu, Jerron Atkinson, almost 24 years younger. Okay? Lonnie Love. Then for Lonnie Love, we see James Welsh. Now we can deal with somebody who is not on the level and put some respect on his name. Well, let me just see this. Do you think if Mike Wright was worth $400 million, he'd be dating Lizzo? Do you guys think that? Most of us know why Mike Wright is there, okay? Mike Wright is there for the same reasons why groupies and IG models are with basketball players they really don't like. He's there for the come up. And I'm gonna tell you how we're gonna know. Watch the lady Mike Wright deals with after they ever break up. I could be wrong, but let's think about it. After they break up, who will Mike Wright be dealing with? I can guarantee you that person will not resemble anything of Lizzo's appearance. I can almost guarantee you that. This guy has 23,000 followers, okay? Lizzo has how many followers on Instagram? A lot. 13 million? You can't tell me that if this guy had 13 million followers, he'd be with her. Highly unlikely. What you're saying is don't post Chris Evans up because Chris Evans didn't want to be with me. He didn't. Chris Evans didn't what? He didn't like me. Chris Evans didn't he wasn't thinking about me. And why is that? I think we know what the answer is, don't we? Let's be honest here if we can. Honesty is good. We know, okay? We know that Chris Evans, what his preference is not Lizzo. Let's leave it at that. We know that inherently. And you want to know who else knows that? Lizzo knows that inherently. She knew the same thing about Karl Anthony Towns. But what you're seeing is if I can't get what I want, I'll go get what I physically want. And it's always interesting because the men that Lizzo goes after, we hear so much about body shaming. Body shaming, we hear about all of these different things when it comes to these people. They're body shaming. They're fat shaming. Yeah, but when you see who she likes, Chris Evans, nowhere near BBW, right? Karl Anthony Towns, nowhere near. He's an athlete. Mike Wright, athletic build. Why is it that, on one hand, BBWs get upset if you're not their preference, okay? But then when it comes to the men that will be in their same physical category, they never want to date those guys. So then what has to happen then? Are they paying somewhat of a premium? Is that what's happening? I believe that's what's happening. We're seeing a premium. And what women are willing to say is, put some respect on his name because I'm pretty much most likely funding this relationship. This guy is like my wife. You know? Put some respect on his name. It is almost just like a guy telling an old guy who lives in the Philippines, hey man, if you weren't so rich, she wouldn't be dealing with you. Can we say that about Lizzo? I mean, can we say that? Is it a nice thing to say that? Or are we lying? Well, guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.